Hey awesome spirits, and welcome to another weekly reading by me, Amanda, at Indigo Spirit. I know I took a little bit of a hiatus and I'm kind of putting this up a day late, but welcome to the new year, 2015. It's been quite interesting. I know that I have been a little absent, but it's just because I had some major changes in my life and I've been just kind of trying to readjust to my new life. I was working 2 jobs and now I'm only working 1, so it's like, whew, big adjustment. But I was finally able to wake up this morning and feel like, okay, I can like really do a weekly reading and really feel like it makes sense. So without further ado, today I was definitely guided to the Indigo Angel Oracle deck. So I feel like we're gonna get a little bit of a tough love this week. But we'll see. Sometimes it's not tough love. Sometimes it's very sweet and very open. But, you know, the Indigo Oracle deck likes to be a little more, just a little more bam in your face. So we'll kind of see what happens here, and we'll see, like, where we go and what kind of goes on here. So, just clearing the deck. And what do we need to know for this week? This one on top is super loosey-goosey. It kind of wants to come out. So I'm going to do that one. And then, let me see here. Whoop. This one on top wants to come out for the middle of the week, even though we're kind of already in the middle of the week. But, you know, it's kind of relative. It's all relative. It's all things we need. Oh, give me 1 second here. Had a little bit of jumpy. Yeah, but that one card is it right there. It is this one. Yes. Alright. So for the beginning part of the week, which I know it's now the middle of the week, but these are all things to like be thinking about kind of throughout the entire week whenever we do the weekly readings. Time to create. Are you really tapping into yourself and like things that your creative energy? I know that, you know, with my couple of jobs, I was not really able to do that. But now is a really good time to kind of set aside some time for yourself in order to do something creative, kind of get into your element, something, you know, things that you like. What do you create, you know? If you're a programmer, you know, creating a program just for fun for you. If you're an artist, you know, painting something for you instead of like a commission for someone else. If you're like me who does just kind of random artsy, fartsy, crafty stuff, it's probably a good time for me to start doing that, you know? But either way, it's time to definitely tap into our creative energy this week, whether it be this weekend or the beginning of the week. I really feel like with this reading, the angels were kind of like, we'll hold back a day and just make it a really general 3-card reading for every day, everything. That's kind of how I feel about this one, especially with this card, because I feel like this will probably end up being more for the weekend when we actually have time to do stuff. But tap into it whenever you can, whenever you actually have free time. Time to tap into your creative energy. For you, do what makes you happy. And for the middle of the week or now, think about it. So, are there a lot of decisions going on? Is there a lot of major changes? I'm really feeling like, hey, just slow down and make sure that you're thinking before you're doing. Just kind of checking in on the not getting too sucked into what you're doing as to forget about what's kind of going on in the bigger picture. Just make sure that you're tapping and you're thinking about other people and everyone around you, just really encompassing thinking before doing is kind of what I'm getting for this week. So spend the rest of this week, make sure you're like thinking before you're doing, and it's going to be a little easier when you do that. Think about the things that you want to make decisions on. Think before you do, think before you say, stuff like that. That's really what I'm getting about this card, is just make sure you stop and take a thought about it, you know, before you make any major decisions, or even maybe some minor decisions. Just be like, is this what I really want? Okay, cool. You know, and go from there, and just really go with your gut instinct on that. Make sure you think about it before you do. Don't jump the gun. And let's see, this weekend or the whole week, I feel like this is definitely more of an all-encompassing week for us. Wonderful. divine purpose. We're all here for a reason, whether it be for our own lives and to do certain things for our own lives so that as we travel into our next lives, it makes things easier. It could be, you know, something bigger, like helping to create a change in the world as a whole or as part of a whole, you know, consciousness of multiple people. You know, sometimes your divine purpose, maybe you're a scientist and you've discovered something really freaking amazing and you need to get that out there and you need to like continue work with that. We all have like a purpose, and we kind of just have to go with the flow of our lives. And I feel like that's kind of what we're doing here. It's like, hey, bring out some creative, it's like kind of like bring out some creative aspects to really help open yourself up. And then really taking the time to like think about the things that we're doing and like think about what we're saying and how we're interacting with other people, and really like looking at, am I working to my best interest? Is this my divine purpose? Is this my purpose in general for being here? Yeah, it's really like connected. And for this one, it's really like, am I acting am I acting the way I want to act? Is kind of how I'm feeling like this. Am I taking the time to think about what I'm doing before I do it, in which to act in my own best interest, and everyone else is around? It's kind of like encompassing, all encompassing, you know. I don't know why I keep getting that word, but it's like this whole reading is definitely about everything and everyone. So, you know, using the creative power to maybe you have a big decision you need to make, and it's time to kind of get creative, to kind of like have it in the back of your head, and then after you're done with a project, whether it be art, writing, you know, dance choreography, anything creative, it might help you. It'll help you solve other problems in other areas, whether we like realize it or not. Because what we're doing is we're opening our brain a little more, and that'll help us solve problems a little easier without being so overly focused on the problem. It kind of is like, hey, take the time to be creative, because when you outlet that, it kind of helps everything else set into place. So taking the time to be really creative this week will really help kind of calm your brain down from overthinking, and really it'll actually help, and you know, help with the situations that you may need to be thinking about. So opening up your brain to really open up your other part of your brain to be able to process, you know, what you're doing, where you're going, so that you can really just pop right into your divine purpose or your purpose in life. And it can be all sorts of different things. You know, the universe is really interesting when it comes to stuff like this. And I really feel like this week is just all about kind of like setting the stage for the rest of the month, and setting the stage for like the rest of the year. Because, you know, we had like the new year, and it was super exciting, and we have a lot of good things coming this year, you know, and then it's like, now it's the next week, and it's like, oh man, like there's all these things, and we're getting back into the groove after the holidays, and it's kind of a lot. So this is really like, hey, take the time to do little things to help make you happy, get creative, so that you can open your mind to really set the stage for the rest of the year, and really work on your purpose, where you're going in life, and really being able to think about it by having that creative outlet. So I know it sounds kind of crazy, but go out there and do some fun stuff, be creative, create something. Anything you're good at. You know, it can be the littlest, nerdiest, dorkiest thing. Do it, you know, because that will seriously expand your mind. It'll help you. What it'll do is, taking time to create will help your brain kind of click into place, open your mind to be able to fix any issues that you're kind of working on, or think about any situations that you're kind of trying to kind of get past. It will help. And it'll help set the stage for you to kind of just go with the flow of the rest of this year. You know, we all have kind of a goal, kind of a place we're going. We're going to get there. It's just taking the time to like do little things to open your mind so that you can easily obtain what you're looking for and manifest what you're looking for. So, anywho, I hope that everybody has a wonderful rest of their week. I'm sorry that it was so late. Next week, I'm going to definitely try either on Sunday or Monday to start posting so that we're a little bit more on the weekly track. And especially since my my new schedule will allow a little more time in which to do that. So I'm thinking that I'll probably start posting on Sundays or Mondays for the rest of the week. And hopefully that will work out for everybody and it'll be maybe a little better towards kind of what we're working with. So I hope that everyone has an amazing day. Mwah. Indigo blessings. I hope that everybody just has a wonderful week. Remember, take deep breaths, don't get upset, and always go with love. Mwah. Indigo blessings, everybody.